morning, students. Welcome to the video that I made for the first part of the story or the essays, a collection of essays that has been presented over here. The name is Sound of Music, and today we'll be discussing a short biography, a little essay on the life of Evelyn Glennie. Now, to be a musician, to be associated with music in any form, either in acoustics or in vocals, you need to have a great ear for tones. Your ears should be sensitive to every musical note. If I say, we have seen musicians with physical impediments, we have seen blind people sing brilliantly, we have seen lame or maybe shoulderless people play musical instruments. Have you ever heard a person who is deaf, who can't hear, play music, that too successfully, and that too winning awards as big as Grammy? That at times comes as a shock and a surprise. You see the title, Evelyn Glennie listens to sound without hearing. Now this is a strange thing that would happen to anybody. How could anybody possibly listen to a sound without hearing it? Let's find out. So once again, this is the life of Evelyn Glennie. You see, she's playing a musical instrument, a harpish sort of thing. And the strange thing about her is she couldn't hear. And this is a small essay or short biography written by Deborah Cowley. So before we start, we have to figure out what Evelyn Glennie is all about. You see, touch the sound. She didn't hear the sound, but she could touch it. She could feel it, basically. Today, Evelyn Glennie is the only classical percussionist in the world of music who has made a solo concert career of beating, crashing, and banging objects. She has been awarded a long string of awards, including a 1988 Grammy and 15 honorary doctorates and counting. Still, they keep on coming. Evelyn Glennie was born in 1965, was raised on a farm near Aberdeen, Scotland, where she took piano lessons and played the harmonica and clarinet. Right? This is a little introduction of Evelyn Glennie, of Scottish origin, that to a farm, a village girl, a Scottish village girl near Aberdeen. And she had a knack for music because right from her childhood she took piano lessons, played the harmonica and the clarinet. Now let's talk about Deborah Cowley, the author. Deborah Cowley is an Ottawa-based writer and broadcaster. She has traveled the world while writing more than 100 articles for different editions of the Reader's Digest. She has been on-air broadcaster for CBC Radio in Washington, D.C. and worked for CBC Television in London and Cairo, Egypt. She is the author of Cairo, a practical guide, now in its 17th edition, of Lucille Teasdale, Doctor of Courage, shortlisted for the Ottawa Book Award. With her husband George Cowley, she wrote One Woman's Journey, a portrait of Pauline Benin. She has been a member of Writers Union of Canada since 2001. You have her email address. If you find it interesting, you can write to her. Now moving on to Evelyn Glennie, let's see the important value points that we should remember. Evelyn Glennie, the Grammy-winning percussionist, was born just as any other normal child. Her loss of hearing was gradual. When she was at school at the age of 8, her mother Isabel Glennie first noticed her about her difficulty in hearing. Evelyn managed to hide her growing deafness from friends and teachers for quite a while. At the age of 11, the marks of her deafness deteriorated. Her headmistress requested her parents to take her to a specialist. It was then discovered that her hearing was badly damaged as a result of gradual nerve damage. The specialist advised that she should be fitted with hearing aids and sent to a school for deaf. But for Evelyn, everything suddenly looked black. But Evelyn was determined to lead a normal life and pursue her interest in music. You see, a child who's growing up normally like any other child had a physical deficiency growing within her. But since she was a child, she felt inferior to other children with her ailment. So what did she do? What every normal child would do is to hide your shortcomings, and which resulted in a nerve damage and a complete hearing loss for her. World seemed to have come to an end for her, but she was a determined girl. She decided to move on and pursue a career in music. All the teachers discouraged her except one, that is Ron Forbes. Ron Forbes was the percussion teacher at her school who recognized her potential. He drilled her by playing two large drums, two different notes. He trained her not to hear but to feel the music through various parts of her body. This proved great for her, and the rest was her strong determination and hard work. Evelyn never looked back then. At the orchestra, at the age of 16, she toured UK with a youth orchestra. She was initially discouraged, but it was believed that she would never, a person who cannot hear, how could she play music? But Ron Forbes was a different kind of person. He prepared a drill where he tuned two drums to different notes, and Evelyn Glennie was trained to feel the music and not to listen. It was a lot of hard work to change your hearing style, but Evelyn put in that hard work and she was successful. And by the time she was 16, at the age of 11, she had turned completely deaf. And by the age of 16, that is in 5 years, she was already a member of an orchestra. So this growth was very rapid. Evelyn at the age of 16 auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music London, and she scored the highest marks in the history of the Academy. During the 3 years of the course, she achieved the most of the top awards at the Academy. So she was a very successful student also. You can have a look at the Royal Academy of Music over here, which is a picturesque building. During 3 years, in 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. She had been awarded a long string of awards, including a 1988 Grammy and 15 honorary doctorates. Now, Grammy is supposed to be one of the highest awards one could win when it comes to popular music. Right? She was not only greatly talented, but she was popular as well. And a Grammy is a proof of that. Evelyn's success mantra, in her own words, is if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. So basically, you should be sure of your goal or your ambition, what you want to achieve, and you have to work hard for that. That's a simple mantra for success that Evelyn follows. And I think it should work for you. If you're sure you want to be something, you have to work in that direction. And she got right on the top, the world's most sought after multi-purposeness with a mastery of some 1,000 musical instruments and a hectic international schedule. Music for Evelyn, she explains, music pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in my skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. See, that's basically how she hears. She feels music on every inch of her body. And that's how she is successful in what she does. She hears music better than anybody else. It is amazing to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly without hearing. Evelyn, in the eyes of other masters of percussion like Mr. James Blades. James Blades says, God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear, she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. Evelyn Glennie achieved more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion to the front of orchestra and demonstrated that it can be very moving. See, percussion generally takes the backstage. It plays behind while other performers perform in the front. But because of immense talent of Evelyn Glennie, people won't visit her concerts just to listen to percussion being played. Now that's an extraordinary achievement, giving recognition to musical instruments, and that's Evelyn's talent. Evelyn has given inspiration to those who are handicapped people who look at her and say, if she can do it, I can. And not the least, she has given great pleasure to millions of people. And that will be all for this video. And if you take care, be safe during these COVID times. See you soon. You take care. Goodbye. God bless.